Hi everyone. Welcome to my channel. My name is Edgar Mendez. I'm so happy you're all here. I thank you all as well. I just want to give like a kind of a disclaimer. I received a transmission earlier today. I'm not sure what I'm going to call it yet, but it's a mother transmission, and it's kind of left me a little raw. Kind of a little bit. When you've released a lot. You know what I talk about, when you've released a lot, you've healed a lot. You're like, wow. Yeah, I'm in that stage, but I wanted to do a live stream because the other video I recorded, YouTube are like demonetized, so I'm appealing it. Anyway, it's really annoying, but I wanted to have this live stream for all of you, and today we're gonna be doing a reading focus on what's next. But yeah, I am a little bit raw still. The transmission was mind-blowing. I'm creating it now, so it will be up probably by this weekend. My hope is Saturday. I hope it's Saturday, but we'll see. Recording it was like, wow, crying like crazy for me. But you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it anyway. Yeah. Don't forget to like and comment. It does help me out. And I do have a live stream readings for the Sunday coming up, the 17th. If you are interested in that, it's a 10-minute reading. If you feel called to get it, don't if you don't feel called to it, by the way. Okay, so just get it if you feel called to. Yeah, anyway, I'm so happy you're all here. Hi. I think that's Alanka or Ilanka Smith, Sarita, Michelle, Diamond, Shadow, Jacqueline, Jeannie, Allie, and Shadow again. Oh yeah, the podcast. I will be revamping my podcast. It will be out next week. It will have a different title. It will be the have a different title and all that stuff. Sorry, I've been healing my blocks to healing my blocks that are keeping me from my purpose. It just popped up again. I'm working through it, but I hope by next Saturday I can fully remove or have at least minimize my blocks enough so I can like start to call myself for what I am. Sorry, it's like I can see why they're saying that's why you got the mother transmission. It's interesting. When I received it, you know how, I don't know, it's like I didn't even think I was missing that energy or anything like that. It's so crazy. But when I got the energy, it gave me strength. Strength, like true strength, that I am loved strength as well. That's really, sorry. Again, I'm so raw about that. But wow, it was like that. It was so amazing. But they're saying that everything's building up to that. But yes, next Saturday I'll have a new podcast. Okay, brand new. I will be having guest hosts in each a week. And it's gonna be a lot better of a format anyway. Let's get started. So we're gonna go from Aries all the way down to Pisces, and alrighty. So we're at 3 minutes, and we'll just do 33. Everyone loves those angel numbers, do they not? Alrighty. So let's see who wants to answer. Saint Germain. He wants to build a stronger connection. So Saint Germain, can you tell me what's next for Aries? So I actually see you. What's next for you isn't so much like change per se, but it's you noticing that you want change. It kind of reminds me of like, how like you're going about your day and you're doing this 9 to 5 job, or your life's the same, and you're just like, you have this moment where you're like, I can't do this anymore. I'm like, you know what I mean? It's like where you're like, no, I had enough, right? So what's next for you is that I don't know if it's epiphany, but it's that realization, that dawning where it's like, no, I no more of that. Like, in fact, I need change. And that's what's next, though, is that moment where you start to look at your life and you think, no, like it's like that is one of the most powerful moments that we can actually be in, when you finally say no, you don't want something. I know that sounds so crazy, but it reminds me of my contracts that I have. And you actually, you identify like your lack or your poverty or your anger or fears, and then you make a choice in that moment where I don't want that anymore. No, and then you reject that energy and you're able to release it. So this is a really powerful moment that's headed in your future. I actually see it very immediate. October, they keep bringing this date up. I've done so many private readings. They're like October 7th, October 7th, October 7th, as really being a pivotal date for a lot of people. But I'm seeing by that period, October 6th, 7th, you really hitting the stage where you're saying no more. I'm done with this. I want change. And that's going to open up a world of possibilities. And I am seeing you really wanting to revamp and rethink your life and the trajectory of, that it's in. Because how I saw it, the very first image was you're in a car and you're like going down this thing. You're like, no, no. Like, I thought I was okay with this. I thought this was all right. I thought this was enough, right? And you're having this moment where it's like, no, it's not enough. It's just not. And that it changes. Like, it's like they're talking about like you're on a road and it's like you changed the road now because you don't want that. Like, it's such a big deal. I know that we don't give those enough credit, right? Those moments, but that's a big one for you. Saint Germain, is there anything else that you want to say about them? To them, Saint Germain's showing me flowers. Oh, follow your inspiration. Yes, he's showing me a fire lily. I don't know if those are real, but that's the thing. I don't know if they have them in this world. He's calling on fire lilies. Follow your inspiration. Follow what sets you ablaze, and you can't go wrong with that. But it does require you to say no to stuff that you don't want. Don't we think that should be easy? It's not as easy as it's. It really isn't as easy as it appears to be. It's hard to say no, isn't it? Right? It's hard to be like, no, no, but you're having that moment. Some of you, it could be like, I don't know. I see someone like at a dinner table with their family, like, no, 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 like that. It's like, I think's got to change. And oof, wow, the power of that, it's inside of yourself. Remember, it always starts within. It's going to manifest in your physical reality, like as all life altering type of change. Let's see. Is there any guidance that you have for them on this? No, but he does give he's showing me the car again where you're looking in the rear view mirror. Keep your eyes ahead, don't look back. That's key. But also make sure when you look at yourself in the mirror, make sure you are what you is looking back at you is what you desire. I hope that makes sense. It's like I feel like you've been looking at someone, I don't want this, but it's like, he's saying, um make sure that when you look in the mirror, you are happy with what you see when it comes to your life. And that's why he showed that's talking about the mirror. All right. That's the guidance. So no, you're gonna there's some mountains moving in your life, Aries, and it is because you want the change. And it's funny, they record keepers and guides, they say that as well. It's when we finally say enough, when we finally want that change, that's when everything changes. And it's a big moment for you. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it there. Hi everyone. All right, so we're at oh, don't forget to like and comment, Aries. So we're at 30 minutes for Taurus. So Saint Germain, can you tell me what's next for Taurus? Ooh. I am definitely getting either you already started this. It kind of feels like there's ideas for this though, of a business venture. It's going to radically change your life, by the way, whatever this business venture is. I see you stepping into a power of sovereignty, stepping into a power of taking control of your life and not allowing other people, other things, and other situations dictate it from now on. But that what's next for you is you're building something that is empowering. It doesn't have to be a business, but it does feel like that to me for most of you, or it's some kind of could be a career pursuit. I think it's a business. That's the most sovereign we can get, but it's hard to say. It feels though like you are stepping into one of the, I don't know if it's the first one. It does look like that though. One of the first steps of becoming an independent man or woman, are independent sovereign being, and it's a massive shift for you, but it is the first steps of this. It's a long staircase. I'm seeing it going up. Saint Germain has guidance and guidance and truth for you. When we always start off anything, it's never like how do I phrase this? Okay, sometimes we tend to look at other people's full lives that they spent years building, and we think, oh, we can look at that and think our life is empty or it's not enough, blah blah blah. But it's important to get like whatever you're starting. And it feels like it's the very first stages of this. Will build and will grow and it will become full. He's showing me now a garden where it's like you have this garden and you just planted out everything. It's and then you're comparing yourself to someone else's garden who's been, that garden's 10 years old. There's gonna be a stark contrast there. Pay attention to your own. Don't compare yourself to other people's achievements, and it will help keep you on track. Don't look at yourself and think behind in any way, shape, or form. I really do get that one. That was a hard one, is it not, right? That feeling of always feeling like we're having to catch up, but we only feel that way because we're comparing ourselves to people who have nothing to do with us. And the guidance for your next steps, Taurus, is to understand that um, where you are right now is where you need to be, and beating yourself about not being further along doesn't do a lick of difference, and it won't get you any there any faster, and it's hurting you. So there is a need for you to take, I don't know if it's accountability. No, I think you need to take a second look at how you may treat yourself at times when it comes to where you are versus where you see others and where you want to be as well. And it's important that you understand, like, it always starts off like this. It's kind of when I first started my YouTube channel, I had, there was a time when I had like 20 subscribers or 60 subscribers. Like, I've been there, and it's something that grows over time. And I think that's a really good example. Saint Germain is saying that's a good one for it. But it's important to recognize whatever you're building for yourself, it always starts off small. So don't beat yourself up, right, about it being small. It was always going to be this way. And that's something you just need to hear. Let's see, what else, Saint Germain, that you want to give to Taurus? Yeah, be kinder to yourself. There is a need for that. I think your mind is the key. I see it on the right side. It's the right and left side brains are very different, by the way. But I see it on the right side. It's kind of picking you apart at times. Don't let it. Don't let it. Let me see what truth he wants you to hold within your heart. Oh, that what you're doing, you deserve it. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, that you deserve it. I again, it feels like it's something big, something that it kind of reminds me of like a transition period I had in my life where I was working minimum wage job over and over again. I never went beyond that. And then I had a transition where I started making, actually it was almost triple minimum wage. And it's like I finally said, I want more. I deserve more. It kind of reminds me of that. So make sure you understand that you do deserve more. And you won't, I guess, doubt as much. All right. Anything else? Anything else, Saint Germain? That's it. But what's next for you is you taking the steps for whatever this is. Some use is the very first steps. Others of you may be a little bit further along, but there is a need for you to keep going and keep pursuing this because it's for you. It's going to lead you to the life that you deserve, and you do deserve a good life. But it's up to us to give it, right? Not anyone else. And that's the point. That's why you're creating this for yourself. It's why you're nurturing these plants, these seeds, this garden, and it's what's going to eventually yield really big results. Okay, makes you feel very happy. I think this is a big deal for you. That's what he's making me feel like. Like this is big, and it is. It's important. You know that's a big deal, and you've taken the first steps, or you're about to, and that's a big deal. Most people never do it, and their life is a reflection of that. It really is, isn't it? But you're not going to be one of those people, and that's everything right now. All right, I want to leave it there. Thank you, Taurus. Don't forget to like. Hi, everyone. All right, okay, so we're at 14 minutes. Ooh, still so raw from that. All right, I could write that. Hold on. Gemini, yes, I can do this. Sorry, I just realized that. Yeah. Anyway, we're on Gemini. All right. Saint Germain, can you tell me what's next for Gemini? Some exciting stuff for you. I am seeing shooting stars. immediately as the imagery he's giving me. It feels like it's things that you may have wished a while ago. It's funny. Um, I really do understand how slow it is here in this physical reality. It's supposed to be. That's part of, you know, when we are in our energetic form, we get everything instantly. And I really do understand the frustration that when it comes to taking things taking time, and we have to be patient. I am not a patient person. I'm not meant to be in this life. So I get it, right? But whatever is happening for you next is things that you've wished for a while ago, and they're finally starting to come to fruition, or you're going to see a path to the fruition. It feels like things that you were promised, or things that you innately know are for you or you deserve, right? But you just haven't been able to get it. It kind of reminds me of Saint Germain's bringing an example where it's like, I'm trying to move, I'm trying to get out of this place, but I haven't been able to, right? I've just been focusing on me, but it's like kind of like that, where it's like you're gonna get this big break where it's like, boom, this place is for you. This amazing place is for you, and it's a great price or something like that. It feels something like that's what it feels like to me, where you're having something. It's like a it's going to change your life in an instant, but it's something that you wanted a long time ago, and you were promised a long time ago, and you expected a long time ago, but it's coming now. Um, he's saying that everything's working out exactly at the timing it's supposed to. And I know how I don't know how long you've been waiting for this or whatever this is, but I'm not sure. Some of these this could be a trip that you are gonna finally take. I'm not sure, but it's like that feeling where it's like I was supposed to do this a little while ago. I haven't done it. And you know, it's like something like that where it's like it's finally happening. Everything's happening, and it's not up I care for what you wish for. Just so I had to ask that, but it does feel like it's gonna start to set everything in motion for you. What else is here, Saint Germain, for what's next for Gemini? That's it. He's saying for you to appreciate the moments that you're in. I know that one of the hardest things, right, is to have gratitude and appreciation for where we are. I really do understand that. It's like something you're like, it's difficult. But when we don't have appreciation, when we don't have gratitude, it stalls the energy. Like things can't flow, right? Your mind's blocking it, right? Our mind's the catalyst. So your guidance that you have from Saint Germain is to find reasons to appreciate and have gratitude for where you are, and know that everything's going to be working out for you, um for the highest good of all. Yes, that's what he wants to say, that he's very much saying highest good of all. That's what he says. But when we have that appreciation, when we have that gratitude, it really flows really fast, and that's really key for you. That's key for you, just to make sure that this does happen in a I want to say timely manner, but I already know that this is something that's taken a long time. But yes, in a timely manner. Anything else, Saint Germain? There is something else. Saint Germain is giving one other guidance for you for what's next. There's something you're not seeing, or something that you need to look at, that you, because I see him grabbing your face and turning it to something. I think there's something that you need to see. It could be actually in your actual life right now. Maybe it's a block. I don't know. Or it felt like to me when I first saw an opportunity that you're not grabbing, because you're so focused on when is this coming. Yeah, right. That's what he's saying. He's like, when is this coming? Like, where? I know it's gonna come, and you're just waiting for that shooting star, right? He's saying, turn. There's something you need to look at in your actual life, that's there now, that can bring in a lot of abundance and appreciation and more of that gratitude that was just bringing up. I feel like it's an opportunity of some kind. Sorry, I was trying to pull what it is, but I think it's gonna be different for every. He's showing me it's shadowy. It's shadowy. Is there any way to help? Oh, if for those who use all of us have our own dragon. Your dragon can help you see it. So ask your dragon, can you help me see the thing I'm not seeing? So that you can do. It kind of feels like for some of you, this is like maybe like a like an activity or a class you wanted to do, but you're like, oh, I'll do it next time, and you forgot all about it, and it's just going to bring awareness to it. It kind of feels like it's something in the back of your mind, but it's hard to say. It could be a physical person, physical thing, but there is something that should be in your life that's not. And the point, that his last guidance, his last message is for you to look for it. Hi everyone. Hi everyone. All right. I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you so much, Gemini. Don't forget to like and comment. So we're at 1955 for Cancer. Whew. Alrighties. Cancer. All right. So let's take a look here. Saint Germain, can you tell me what's next for Cancer? So I actually see like you are in a period of a lot of expansion, right? A lot of stuff that you could do, but there is a issue here. You're scared to do it. Like it feels like there's so much you have available, so much that you could be I want to say biting into, like let's say there's like this, like, jungle you're in, and there's all these fruits and vegetables, there's all these flowers you could smell, and it feels like you're too scared to do it. So you're at a period of like, I should be doing all of this stuff. I should be trying all this stuff. I should be embodying adventure and exploration. But I'm too scared to move from the place I'm in. So what's next for you is kind of looking at what you should be doing and not really going after it because you're scared. I do highly recommend the fear contract that I have. That one will help you immensely. The fear contract will help you listen to it once a day for 14 days, and it will completely reset your subconscious, and you won't be as scared to do it. Ooh, yeah, as scared. Yeah. But I see you're kind of stuck in a bubble right now. I think a lot of yous are waiting for something or someone else to kind of say, hey, come on. Sometimes we get those moments, right? Sometimes that happens. It's not like it doesn't happen, but I don't think that's what's about to happen for you. You could be waiting for years to get that moment with someone saying, hey, come on, let's go do this, or let's go try this. Or you can just start it now and experience that now and live those and live that and have that fun and have that fulfillment now. But there is a fear component. The reason why you want someone to come and tell you to do it, it's kind of like that lighting a fire under your butt or kicking you in the butt, right? To just get you going. So again, we sometimes get it, but I don't see that happening for you in the foreseeable future. So what do, Cancer? Do I stay stuck here or do I fight? Mm, it's interesting. Very interesting, right? So it's something that you have to ask yourself. What Saint Germain is doing is he's bringing awareness to the choice that you have before you. You have so much to explore, so much to see, so much to do, so many places to go, and you're not doing any of them. And you need to understand that you're making that choice for yourself. I think you've been waiting. I think you've been waiting and you've been stuck for a little while, and it's now about it. The time is. To start making those choices to get yourself unstuck. I've gotten a lot of like healings and even private readings with people like, I'm stuck, I'm stuck, I'm stuck. And it's like, I mean, I get them unstuck, but it's, we don't need to be right stuck, right? It's our choices that either lead to stuckness or not. And your choices right now are kind of keeping you imprisoned in a safe zone, but you're not too happy about where you are. So the message is for you to make choices that help you get out of your comfort zone. Okay. Anything else, Saint Germain? He's saying to keep your chin up, your cheeks up. That's what he said. Cheeks, though. That's very interesting. But he's saying sometimes when it's like it takes real strength and real bravery to risk, doesn't it? It takes real strength and real bravery to dare to dream or dare to experience. And he's saying he understands why you're scared and why you're not doing what you know that you should, and you know that it's meant for you, but you're stronger than you give yourself credit for. And there is a way, right, to, I feel, channel bravery into you if you wanted it. And it's just to remind yourself how I've done it. It's not going to be the same for everyone, but it's just, I'm going to give you how I've always done it. I know that I wanted more and I wasn't going to settle. That's how I always push through those blocks and restrictions. Sometimes they get me. Don't think I'm like sitting here making my way through them so easy. Of course not. They get me a lot, but I keep fighting. I feel like you need to remind yourself how much of a fighter you are and how brave you are. And I did this by reminding myself I wanted more and I wasn't going to settle. So I'm not sure what will get you there, but you do need something that's going to get you there. For me, it was like my future. I want that future that I can see for myself. So I don't know, but it's important. It's important to have that for yourself. Okay. You're doing it for you. That's what he wants to say. You're doing this for you. Remember that. Anyway, that's all I got. I want to thank you. Don't forget to like and comment. So we're at 25 for Leo. Okay, so let's take a look here. Leo. Saint Germain. What is next for Leo? Very interesting. Leo, you're entering a period of, I want to say, very deep healing. That's what I want to say. I'm pretty sure it is that. I see you going down. It kind of reminds me of like the underground, or like the darkness that we all have to face when it comes to ourselves. What's next for you is you very much facing this time. And it kind of reminds me of a carnival ride where you go down and all these scary things are there. It's actually not as scary as you think it's going to be, but our mind loves to make it think it's worse, right? That damn mind, right? You can't live without it, but damn, right? Anyway, it's very funny, but I see you going into a period of really deep inner reflection. Why you're doing this is that you want to be free of certain stuff that you are tired of being held back by and holding that baggage. Some of this is coming from other people, but I don't think that's entirely. I think most of it is just within the self. I want to say fears are a big one for you. Self-esteem, I see as really being a key one. You're having trouble with inspiration, and you're going to remove those blocks to inspiration so that you can have more of a flowing one. Very key, by the way. But what you're doing is you're trying to make a better inner life that will then manifest as a better outer life. But it requires you to go in. It requires you to dig deep, and it requires you to face the things that you didn't want to face because your mind told you it's too scary. It is not scary. It's nowhere near. Like it's if you ever think about it, like if you think about your mind, like all the things it said, like I can't live through that, or that will kill me. You didn't die, right? You just didn't, right? And our mind always does this. It trumps everything up. I feel like your mind has held you back for a while, and you're finally starting to take the reins, and you're going deep within the self. I see you going deep into your psyche, deep into the shadow shards of yourself, and bringing illumination and light to those things, healing to those things as well. I keep seeing this imagery of the lantern. I keep seeing it again and again, like it's the lantern. You may want to get one. Saint Germain says you would call on your ancestors to give you a lantern. I would recommend that. It will help. It will help when you are facing these things. It won't look as scary, but the lantern with your ancestors powering it will help with that. So when you do this work, which is very important, it's important that you dig into the self and you start to purge that stuff. Some of it's anger, fear, poverty, lack, stuff like that, even attachments, negative thought patterns. It's stuff like that. The stuff that icky stuff that constantly drags us down. Saint Germain says it's like gears, like you're like, think of you like gears. It's gunk in between the gears that slow it down. So things are not moving as fast. You're not able to move as fast because of these things that are like clogging you up. And that's what you're doing. You're going in there and you're taking that out, and you're going to run beautifully after you do this. And it is an act of self-love. That's what he wants to say. Well, what is inspiring Leo to take this? You had enough with your mind. I think you're tired of it. Some of you, your mind has been really, um, real problematic. But you're tired of that. There is a part of you that's fighting, where you no longer want to be held hostage by the mind. I actually see for some of you, your mind's been whipping you. That's how I saw it. But whatever the case is you are making the choice with your mind. I don't want this experience anymore, and that's what creates this deep dive into the self. Some of you could be getting healed or getting a healer or a therapist, anything like that. One of the things that comes up a lot for just even readings and stuff, and private readings, is talking it does so much if we just talk about it. And I do recommend that, even if it's just for your angelic team or a therapist, talking about it, it shifts so much. It's crazy, by the way, as well, how much of a shift it creates. And you're not, and you think talking is nothing, right? You know, it's like, oh, that's I just talking about it. I'm not solving anything. I promise you, you are releasing a lot. And just keep that in mind. It's my my little recommendation for you. Anyway, I think that's it. I want to thank you, Leo. Don't forget to like and comment. Hi, everyone. All right, so we're gonna do 30 for Virgo. Let me drink. Oh, sorry, Leo. I don't always remember. I don't always remember to do this, so it's my bad. I really did Leo, just so you all know. I'll go back to Leo. So we're at Virgo now. When I am channeling, it's like I cannot. It's hard to focus on that. Let's get started. Saint Germain, can you tell me, for Virgo, what's next for Virgo? Wow. Woo, there's some crazy stuff happening for you. I see you taking on some mountains that have been very difficult for you, or things that are challenges that you may have been steering away from. I see it being a specific thing. So I think there's something in your life that you've been wanting to overcome, you've been wanting to deal with, you've been wanting to face, and you're like, I'm doing it this time, right? I'm going there. Yeah, that's what's next for you. You're gonna win, you're gonna conquer this. But it's something that is it's a long-standing issue. It's something that is like, I need to I need to do this. I need to, I want this. I want to be past this issue. It's a specific issue though. Not just like, oh, there's a bunch of different stuff. No, there's a specific long-standing issue you have in your life that you are finally gonna just, I'm just gonna do it. Again, I feel like you have a mind issue as well, where our mind thinks it's worse than it actually is. I promise you, it's nowhere near as much as our mind. Our mind always trumps everything. It makes everything seem really devastating, but when we live through it, it's not that bad. Right? It isn't. But it's something like that, where you're like, I haven't done this, I've been wanting to do this, I know I've been putting this off. Yeah, you're doing it. This feels like a big deal, or it wouldn't have come up for your reading. Let me see, is there any information you can give me on this, Saint Germain? No, I don't see it being that much of a hurdle as well. It just looks, okay, he's bringing forward an example. He's saying it's kind of like I see kids, right? And they're saying they're trying to dare you to go up to this hill and you haven't done it. Like, I don't want to do it. No, it's scary to go up there. There's some kind of there's a curse or something like that there. So I don't know, it sounds so crazy, but um you're gonna do it. You may be the first one. I don't know. It could be a friend thing, but I don't know. But it's something like that, where it's like I'm gonna see this through, and the view from the top is going to change everything. Let me see. What are they going to see? Vastness, light. You're going to access a specific energy here as well, and you're going to start to incorporate this into your work and all the work that you do, and into yourself as well. It's part of it, but I think it's more of the like, it feels like it's more of, I'm proving to myself I can do this. I'm proving to myself that I can face my fears. I think that is more of the experience you're going to get from this, or more of what you're gaining from this. It's something like, I am conquering this, this fear and all fears. It's something like that. You're finding strength where you didn't know you had strength, and you're waking up stronger than you thought you were, and you're facing something that you thought you wouldn't, or you thought you couldn't for a while, and it's a big deal. And the what you're gaining from that is proving to yourself that you can do it. And whenever you're faced with something else like this, you're going to push through faster than you did before. Maybe not immediate, but faster. And it's going to help speed up your life going forward. A lot of energy as a result of this. But it requires this one thing that's been like, I need to do this. I should take care of this. Some of you, I swear, I feel like it was like getting checked for medical stuff. I swear it feels like that, but it doesn't have to be, but it felt like that for a moment. It's stuff like that. I just want to give you examples, but it does feel like, oh, I need to do this. I need to do this. And you're facing it, and you're going to realize you're strong. You're so strong. Anyway, it's beautiful. It's a real beautiful energy coming through. All right, Saint Germain, any last thing? That he is saying that's it, but appreciate when you finally overcome this and how far you've come. That's the last thing he wants to say. All right, don't forget to like and comment, Virgo. Hi, everyone. Okay, so we're at 35. 10 for Libra. I was putting L, and I was like, wait, I did Leo. Libra. Okay, Libra. So let's take a look here. Libra. What's next for Libra, Saint Germain? You're going back to the drawing board for your life. I see you going through Okay. I'm trying to figure out what I'm seeing, but you know when you have like a suspect list or something like that. You know, a whodunit, right? It's like you're kind of taking off. I don't. I know it's an odd thing to say. I don't know what this is referring to, but you are basically going back to scratch. Where before you were kind of looking at the world in one way. You're kind of looking at things in a very rigid, myopic sort of way, and you're basically going and stripping this, right? And you're kind of starting from scratch. And I understand that may seem scary at first, and that may seem crazy, or you may feel like you're starting at square one or something like that. But when we feel called to revamp, right, maybe how we see life, or maybe how we're living our life, it's important. It kind of reminds me of a private reading I did for someone, and they're like, oh, I'm doing this, and I was like, oh, you're gonna need to transition out of that. Like, oh, I've been doing this for like this many years, and I'm just like, no need to get defensive, no need for that. But I can tell, that you will have a more fulfilling life going down a different path. And this person was very much against it, right? So it's a funny thing, but they were very much against it. But I understand how scary that can be. I've been there where I know I started my life from scratch, and I had to. And I remember when I first started it, I'm thinking I'm so behind, and now I don't feel like that at all. But it feels like it's something like that where you're just taking everything off the board, and you're going to start to place new things. And it's a very, very important step for you, but it does require starting from scratch. Some of you, this could be like you going after a specific career, and you're just like, I know I'm almost done with this, but I feel it in my heart I should move to something else, or I should do this other thing I've been wanting to do. Yeah, follow it. Your heart's not telling you so it can put you through worse, right? It's not telling you that. It's not telling you because that they're comparable. There's a drastic difference in fulfillment. So understand that your heart's leading you to the place that's going to be way more fulfilling, worth it, right? So even if you have doubts about whether or not it's worth it to change careers or to change the path that you're on, no, when your heart says yes, it is, and that's it. But it requires that taking everything off, putting it in a way. Yeah, putting it in a way. Let's see. Is there anything else, Saint Germain, on this? He does have a message for your mind, Libra. Know that if let's say this new path doesn't work out, you can always put everything back up. So your mind needs to know that you can just go back. It is very easy and very simple, no matter what it is. So just keep that in mind, right? There's always an out, I guess, but I don't see you going back. But I think your mind needs to know, like it's a lot of times we hold on to stuff because what if I can't have it again or something like that, and then I want it. Yeah, I think that's not a good place to be making choices from, right? But it feels like your mind has that, where it's like, well, no, right? You can always find it again, and trust that you will. And it's important. Your mind needed to hear that. Let's see. Is there anything else? That's it. Very interesting message. Anyway, thank you. Don't forget to like Libra. Hi, everyone. Alrighties. Let's do 3923 for Scorpio. Alrighty, Scorpio. Let's take a look here. What's next for Scorpio? It has to do with love, but I don't know if it's an actual person. But I see you working on your heart, healing your heart. I actually see the issues being at the top. It kind of reminds me of the North Pole. Um, yeah, yeah, like that. I feel like there's been some freezing on the heart. Your hearts may have gotten a little cold. Yeah, it's gonna be warming up. Let me see. I do. Okay, now I am getting it. Sorry, now that it's thawed out, the energy of new love is coming in very strongly, and the energy of new experiences is coming in very strongly. But it does require that thawing out of your heart, especially at the top, as well. But I think it can be different places for everyone. But I see it at the top. Anyway, so what's next for Scorpio is new love interest. You know that phase in life when you have a crush on someone. It's I have like it's been a long. Actually, I don't think I've ever had one. That's so funny. Um, yeah, I'm like, wow. Uh, Life is me. Anyway, but you know that phase where you have a crush and you're just like, yes, oh, look at them, blah blah blah, and you're falling over someone. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen to you next. And I don't know if this is gonna go anywhere or not, but this person is actually very pivotal, right, to thawing out your heart and bringing warmth to your heart. There is hearth. That's what he keeps bringing up. Hearth, Hearth. Hearth. I don't know why that's coming. I don't know what that word means, but he's saying hearth again and again. Um, Anyway, but he's saying there's going to be a warming of your heart, and it's going to be beautiful. Don't be too attached to the person itself. You know, knowing that I know that we have a lot of limiting beliefs and we tend to make assumptions and stuff, and then we put all these expectations, and then it's very disappointing and it's hard to live through that experience. Don't put any expectations on this. I think they're just meant to be a crush. So remind you that you actually like love or love, and that you are open to it and that you want it and that you do. It does get you giddy. It does make you smile. I feel like you may have lost touch with that part of yourself, or you've maybe shut that part off. This person, whoever they are, is meant to awaken this part of yourself. And if you don't put any expectations on things, you won't be disappointed. But if understanding that they are warming my heart that needs to be warmed, that's everything right now, because that is what's going to help you in the future, right? It's having a warm, thawed out heart instead of the icy North Pole there. Anyway, anything else about this person, Saint Germain? No, touch them. That's key. There is an energetic exchange that we get when we touch people. We don't. You can do it technically online and stuff like that. With like I actually use like a portal that's right in front of me that connects. It sends all the energy out to people. But for you, this person, you touching them is going to create the energetic exchange that you need. And it will, you will give them something and they will give you something. I think it's coding. I remember when I did Soul Quest, and I grabbed someone's hand and I saw a light code leave them and enter my body. And that light code was very important. I needed it. And it kind of feels like it's that. That's what he's saying. There's a touch that needs to happen and it will create an energetic exchange that is meant to this person's energy. It's why you're attracted to them. They have what you need and vice versa. Very interesting, very juicy. So yeah, even bump into them if you need to, but it's important. That's what he says. It's important that you make that contact. Anyway, I think that's it. I think I'm good on that. I want to see if Saint Germain, is there anything else? Any last thing that you have for Scorpio? That's it. Just make sure you make that contact with this person. And make sure you pay attention to how they make you feel, not them. That's a key one as well. That will help you keep yourself from putting expectations. Like, they're making me feel this way. Yes, great. Remember how good that feels? Yeah, that's where you need to be asking yourself or telling yourself, this feels good. I missed this. And it will heal your heart and help you release some of the past hurts and past pain. There is a stone, I think it's pink tourmaline. I think that's the one, pink tourmaline, that helps release past pain. Keep that in mind if you want to get a stone. But yeah, I think it is one, or pink fluorite. I don't remember. It's pink something. That's why I say pink. But yeah. Anyway, don't forget to like and comment. Thank you, Scorpio. Hi, everyone. Okay. So we're at 44. Sagittarius, your reading is going to be really interesting. Sagittarius is reading. What's next for Sagittarius? Saint Germain. Let's see. I actually see a really, really, really exciting period in your life where you are. Very few people get to. Period. Right. And I, I was talking to like a friend Laura. Lara Nani. If you ever need healing, she's I'll link her thing in the description box. But so it's healing and entity clearing, and she said something, right, and it's kind of that's what Saint Germain's bringing forward, where very few people walk this path of gaining consciousness, of growing, of self development. Very very few people, and you should understand that it's such a small percentage. It's going to increase when I start stepping forward more into my purpose. But it's important you understand how small it is and how rare you are in doing what you're doing and trying to heal yourself. And everyone that is all the signs, right? Trying to heal themselves, trying to work on the self. Very difficult to make those choices, right? And wherever you're about to be, very few people get to, period. That's what he's saying. And I know that we sometimes think, oh, I'm just healing. Everyone does it. No, they don't. No, they don't. No, like Saint Germain is saying 89% of people don't even bother with the stuff, right? So understanding just um how how uh how rare it is to have someone who's developing the self, trying, persevering and pushing through their and pushing past some of their limits, right? Very key. But the next thing for you is getting to a place that very few people have ventured, very few people have ever set foot on. And it is a big place. I see a portal as well that's here with a lot of energy. It's a portal to a new life. But that's not what's next. You getting to this place, what life it takes you to, I don't know. You will walk through that portal though. And this new life is going to be really, really big and transformative for you. I have opened up portals of new life for people. It's very important, right, that we the energy of a new life is massive. Because you take in that energy in law of attraction, well, it creates new life for you. But this portal is massive. I've not seen a big one like this. I cannot make a big one like this, but it's huge, and this is gonna be a big deal for you. But it is getting to the step. You're gonna hit this place, and you're gonna smell and like, wow, I made it. You know how like you were making through life, and you're going, and I feel like you pass through a lot of moments without really taking a moment to like be like, oh, I got this far. But this is one that you will take the time to be like, I made it. I got here. Wow. It's like that because the view is amazing. I don't know how to explain that. Yeah. Most of the time we just keep going, and that's fine, right? But this is one of those moments where you don't you stop and you look and you appreciate, and it's gonna be very enlightening and illuminating for you. There is a suggestion that's coming through from Saint Germain, because that portal to a new life is there. Make sure you ask yourself what you want. That's being oh damn it. That's being key. I forgot. Sorry, I just got reminded about it. Okay, that's being key. Oh, did I spell Sagittarius wrong? Oh my god. Yeah. I think that's how you spell it. I forgot. Anyway, but what Saint Germain is saying is make sure that you are looking, thinking about where you want to be, like with your heart and your desires, because that energy is what energy is you're gonna take from the portal, and create a new life for yourself. So once you walk to that, there's no going back, right? You must the life that you chose or life that you desire for yourself, is the life that's going to be created for the next. He's saying for the next year to 2 years. So just keep that in mind. So this moment that you're gonna hit, where it's like, wow, it requires some thought. I recommend asking the higher self and connecting to your higher self and asking what you should do next or where you should go next. It's a period of I made it kind of thing. I got here, and it's a big portal. The amount of energy for that portal is massive. So just keep that in mind. You can't walk into that portal haphazardly. It won't work. I actually will work. But you don't want that. Just keep. That's what I say. It's what Saint Germain is saying. Is there anything else that you have? He's saying for you to taste things as well. It sounds strange. I really do get sometimes, especially if you have trouble with like time travel and stuff. But he's saying for you to really taste the different paths before you go. Like give it a taste test. So just keep that in mind. It should be possible in this moment because of where you are, to actually taste, right? What would that feel like? He has an exercise you can do, which is, let's say you have multiple things you may want to do, right? Or try walk through each of the doors, right? Visually see them as doors and to see how you feel. And then you're like, oh no. And then you go to the next one and then see how you feel. And then you'll be able to decide. And maybe it's none of them and you can rethink, right? But he's saying for you to like taste, feel what each of them before you actually choose a path for yourself. If you have multiple, by the way, that's it for those that thinking I should maybe do this or that, right? Let's feel it out, right? And then you will then know. All right, beautiful. Anyway, I gotta leave it there. I thank you so much, Sagittarius. Don't forget to like and comment. Okay, so we are at 50. Oh, 51 for Capricorn. All right, Capricorn. Oh, I can barely see everyone. Capricorn. I hope I spelled that right. My mind is like blown open because of that transmission I got. I'm like, wow. Wow, it was so much. It was like, poof. So my mind's a little bit on like, oh, what's going on here? Anyway, okay, Capricorn. What's next for Capricorn? Capricorn always has these messages though. Like, who are you, Capricorn? I see you going down a period of in your life. I don't know what issue this is in regardance, but maybe it's career, love, or life. There's something that you don't want to accept a lesson to. You like it's kind of it's like I think you've been riddled with limiting beliefs or these ideas or about these expectations or how the world should work. Everyone loves that one, do they not? The world should work like this. Well, it doesn't. Well, what are you gonna do? Be frustrated your whole life? That's actually what people do. But I don't know why you're struggling to accept a lesson in your life. But whatever this is, it's going to lead you to a downward spiral because that's how karma works and karmic lessons, right? You just keep spiraling worse, it's down and down. So everything is worse over time. And until you say, okay, I learned, you won't be able to go back up. But I see you entering a period of not darkness, a downward spiral. And this is how our karma works, right? It gets worse and worse and worse. It kind of, eventually you hit rock bottom, by the way. That's actually key. But it has to do with the fact that you don't want to accept a lesson. You don't want to just accept a path. And I'm not sure. It feels to me like there's a version of you that you currently are that's rejecting what your soul wants. And you are thinking this version of you is who you are and the soulful self isn't. And there's a rejection there. It's coming from the mind and the ego. I see it as being the key ones, the key players. Yeah, key players. So what's going to happen is kind of like a rock. You're moving towards rock bottom, and we don't always have to hit rock bottom, but you eventually will. By the way, if you keep going, but that's what's next for you. The reason why this is happening is there's a refusal to learn a lesson. There's a refusal to accept that this is what it is, right? Or this is the life that you want. This other path is the life that you actually want to live. It's something like that. I think it's purpose, but it's hard to say. You're just like, I don't want that, or I don't care about that, or it doesn't mean anything to me. You think that. On a soulful level, it means everything. And it's like crazy. But there is a disconnect here. I have Saint Germain is bringing forward guidance for you. You want to align your heart, soul, and mind. Those three. Align them. I would actually align yourself with your higher self as well. And it will help remove this version of you. I also have a Phoenix transmission that removes a version of you. But you do have to be willing to part ways with that. If you feel called to get the Phoenix transmission, get it because it's for you. But it works really well when we're already peeling that layer, and it just removes it all. It's a very explosive type of thing. Anyway, it's like the transformation. But I think you don't want to accept that what you're going after isn't for you, and what the other thing that you feel called to is, and it's what's creating this for you. Stubbornness. It's stubbornness as well. I don't know. It feels like it's coming from the ego, or it's kind of like you think you can trump this. It must be something meant for you, like literally meant for you, because it's otherwise nothing. There's nothing that really can stop it. So I think it's fated. Whatever you're being pulled towards is fated for you, and whatever you were very much trying to grab onto isn't. And I think it's that's the only thing that works this way, because that's, the expression, no, there's no such thing as a wrong path, because everything leads us to the right, because it's fate, right? So you're not, it's like you're fighting this, and you're going to learn your lesson one way or the other. It doesn't have to be that hard, though. You don't have to hit rock bottom, but I recommend the Phoenix transmission. Is there any other ones? Poverty and lack being one. Fear, but those are loose. Poverty and lack, those is key for you. I think it's work, though, or something that it's more suited for your talents. It's what it feels like. It's something like that. And to think, if you're not using your talents, like you have so many talents that you can monetize and utilize and bring in so much abundance or and money, and you're not using them. It's crazy, right? It feels like that, though. It really does. Feels like it's something like that. Something that is it feels so close to your soul. It's what it feels like to me. And any other guidance that you have? That's it. Just connecting your heart, mind, and soul. You can use Archangel Michael. He's stepping forward to help you. So in a meditation, have him align all of those. There's programs in your mind, programs in the heart that are rejecting your soul. And it's going to I don't know what you'll feel like. Sorry, you may have to go through it in waves, or like day 1, 2, 3. I think 7 days. He's giving Archangel Michael saying 7 days. Like day 1, you do this. Day 2, you do this. Day 3, you do this. So I would move through the 7 days. But in meditation, that will be key. All right. Yeah, sorry. My Archangel Michael's ending it there. All right. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like and comment. Hi, everyone. Okay. Let's see. We're at Aquarius. Let's see, Oh my god! I swear I can't spell right now. I cannot. I'm my mind. Everyone. Okay. I tell you. Oh, let's see. Aquarius. What's next for Aquarius? 1 second. Saint Germain. What is next for Aquarius viewers? All right. Wow. Someone's going to be showing you the way somewhere. Someone's grabbing you by the hand, and they're like, "Hey, we should go here." I think some of you, this could very well be an invite to a place you would have never gone to. That is very important you go to. But someone's taking you by the hand, and they're taking you somewhere. You're going willingly, okay? But it's very much like they're like, you need to see this. You need to go here. You're gonna love this place. I'm not sure who this is yet. Let me see. It feels like it's a friend or someone that you know. Could be a stranger for some of you. It's like someone you're not aware of. But what's happening is they're taking you to go somewhere that is very important. You're kind of a little bit resistant. I think it's a place that you may not feel comfortable with. It is important that you push past those blockages and barriers and restrictions, because you're gonna love it. Whatever this is, it's it's so strange. I'm not sure of the imagery. Like, so do you know like a lake that turns like this and it goes that way? Yeah, that's where they're taking you. It's a place. It's so crazy. I don't quite understand it, but it's like they could be putting you back on your path. Oh, yes. Sorry, it's like that. Someone's putting you back on your path. They're taking you like, hey, we gotta go. This is somewhere and it's like. You kind of detoured from it, and then they're grabbing you and they're moving you back to it. this is going to help a lot because it's going to kind of remove some of the doubts that you have, where it's like, what are the chances of this? Pretty high because it's meant for you, right? But it feels like, because our mind, right? What are the chances of this happening? Yeah, very, very high. But our mind doesn't think that. But this is something that is going to put you right back on the path that you're meant to be on, that you detoured and deviated a little bit from. So I'm not sure why. Detours are we're meant to have those. But I think the experience of you moving away from this and then moving back to it, it gives a degree of certainty to your heart. It feels like it's filling you with truth, because I see all the doubt, fears, all the negativity that we have. When we hold truth in our heart and our body, the negativity can't actually be there. It's not possible, right? So that's what it's doing for you. This situation that just seems so out there, so improbable, right? It's leading you, right, to what you always knew you were meant for. Is It's going to ignite something in you that you absolutely know, with 100% certainty, that it's for you, and you won't ever doubt this again. I see you being absolutely sure. It's Saint Germain is saying that this degree of certainty does not happen often in life. So whatever this is for you, it's for you, literally for you. But I think you may have detoured on purpose so that you can actually be taken back to it and have that experience. Sometimes when we lose something and then we get it back, we appreciate it more. Part of it. It's not the whole thing though. It's part of it though. But it's also you going back to a path that someone took you to, and you're like, I know this is for me. Some of this could be a trip or something. I don't know. It feels more like I'm meant for this thing, but I don't know. Let me see if Saint Germain has any more. But it's the experience of you being taken away, you taking yourself away and then being put back on by someone else, that it just seems so unexpected. And it really reaffirms and grounds you into that truth. Very beautiful. I know, that's it. Sorry, Saint Germain is ending it there. I see you being very committed to it as well, very sure of it as well. There's power in that certainty that you haven't been able to access, that you will be able to access from now on. I see this light just exuding from you as well, like immense amount of light, just being like out there, because you're so sure. When all that fear or that uncertainty was dimming your light, now that you're so sure about this, it's not. Your light's able to be on full display. Wow. Sorry. It's like I'm seeing this image. It's like, this person that's just illuminating on a level that is kind of crazy, if you ask me. Is that all you got? Yes, that's it. That's it. Wait, where was this? How long was your reading, Aquarius? Anyway, yeah. Anyway, don't forget to like and comment, Aquarius. Alrighty, so we are on Pisces. Yes. Okay, wait. So one. Wait a second. Oh, I didn't write Aquarius's time. Oh man. I was like, wait a second. I'm missing something. Okay, 1 minute. No, and threes. Okay. For Pisces. Oh, I missed Aquarius. Alrighty, so we're on Pisces now. Okay, let's take a look here. So Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. Let's see. What's next for Pisces? I see you having some fun with friends. That's being key. I want to say gal pals, but it's hard to say. I definitely see you having a lot of good times in the near future, a lot of good experiences in the near future. I feel you are releasing this version of you that was kind of putting a lot of expectations and pressures on yourself and on other people and on situations, and you're now entering a more of a carefree life. I think you're entering mindfulness, or a closer version to it than you ever have been before. But it feels like a version of you that you're going to be embodying and embarking on, that is more carefree and more go with the flow. And I 100% get, right? We like to put all these expectations and these pressures on ourselves. That doesn't help us. It hurts so much, by the way, as well. It just makes our life horrible. But we constantly do it, do we not? And then we blame everyone else for it. But you're entering a stage where it's like, you know what? Whatever happens, happens. I'm going to follow my heart. I'm going to go with the flow, and I'm going to just live life, and I will live in the moment. And it's allowing you to embody an energy that is very much in the flow. I see things moving to you very rapidly, very quickly. You're not doing this alone. I see two people on your sides, by the way. One person here, one person there. Doesn't have to be two, but I definitely see two. But you're hitting this stage that is a beautiful stage. Let me see what else about this Saint Germain that you have for Pisces. Yes, I have it. It is important that you pay attention to signs, though. So you're gonna have a sign like, "Oh, I woke up thinking this," and then you see it on a like how I saw it. In movie theaters, how they have like the coming soon or something or now playing. I saw you need to see a sign that was like, "Oh, we need to watch that" or something. It's something I know it sounds crazy, but that's the example. But there is need, being in the moment. Carefree, not putting expectations and pressures on yourself or others, very key to happiness. But pay attention to the signs because they are leading you places, and you don't want to miss things. So it's not like putting pressure on yourself or anything like that, but there are things and people and places that you are meant to experience that will be very beneficial for you to experience. Ooh, the air came out. That signs will lead you there. So just keep that in mind. I feel like you can't like it's not like completely lose yourself, but make sure that your mind is tuned to the frequencies. Our synchronicities are in our damn wait, is it 10 chakra? Sorry, I think it's the 10 chakra. That's what it gave me, but I was like, isn't it ninth? I think it's the 10th chakra. Our synchronicities are there. So make sure that chakra is open or whatever the synchronicity chakra is. But it's important that you leave that open so you can start to catch the synchronicities. And yeah, that it's important. That's what I want to say about that. Anything else that you have for Pisces for what's next? Don't be afraid to make some mistakes. Don't be afraid to get a little tripped up, and don't let the times when you do get tripped up or you do make a mistake hold you back. The worst thing that we can do is stop, or the worst thing that we can do is it is to like kind of over spilt milk, right? We've all been in that stage. Don't think I haven't. Don't think I promise you, I have been in it more times than I can possibly count. But it doesn't get you anywhere. And in fact, it slows everything down. Whenever I move with it, technically it's moving with duality. One of our steps, unity consciousness. When you move with the dualities, things flow easier and everything works out. It's really nice because everything is always going perfectly. And I know how hard that is to believe sometimes, but it is important you recognize that even when the bad stuff happens or what we consider bad, right? Everything's working out. So Saint Germain says, don't let the times you trip up, right? Ruin your mood, ruin this new state of being, because this is going to be it's impactful. It's going to change a lot of things for you as well. And that being in that energy, it takes time, cultivation, it takes training, right? You don't become love and light like that, right? You don't become someone who is releasing expectations like that. That takes time, it takes patience, and it takes trying and doing. So just keep that in mind as well. I see you transitioning to this I'm releasing expectations person, but don't trip your don't I guess be frustrated with yourself if you get tripped up or you revert or you regress. Know that I'm making my way there, and sometimes we take 2 steps forward, sometimes you take 3 steps back, right? Sometimes, right, and other times we keep going. So just keep that in mind. There's need for more grace with yourself, whenever that happens. Okay, I think that's it. All right, I let me see. Is there any last thing? I always think keep your chin up. Keep your chin up. I see you meeting someone. By the way, Pisces, that's what I saw. The very first message is you meeting someone, but it's hard to say. I don't want to put expectations on that, but I felt that. That's the very first thing that came. It just came through again, so I wanted to say that. You could be meeting someone. Let's see people on your arms. By the way, but I actually see it as a third person. Boom. That your signs are going to lead you to. Friend, more. I don't know, but yeah. Anyway, don't forget to like and comment. Thank you so much, Pisces. Hi, everyone. All right, so I am done. Thank you, everyone. I do appreciate all of you. Please don't forget to like and comment. And thank you. Get your soulmate and converse chick. Hi, Diane. Lori, Jamie, Fairy Dust, and Cynthia. All right, bye-bye, everyone. You take care.